Hey YouTube, how's it going everybody? Got a new little update for you, a little video coming up here. So I finally got my bio pellet reactor going. This is a Reef Octopus BR110. I got it from Bulk Reef Supply with the bio pellets for I think it was $264 total. It comes as like a combo kit. So if you never bought this reactor before, there's a lot of YouTube videos on here. They come with 3 different size fittings. I think it's 1/2 inch, 3/4, and 5/8, I believe. I glued mine in. These parts are the ones that I should have said are 3/4, 5/8, and 1/2 inch. It's these ones right here. My middle finger is. I glued these in. I ordered the ratchet clamps. But unfortunately, I had the wrong size, so these zip ties will suffice for now. I'm going to be away for 2 weeks of training for the military, so I just wanted to give you guys an update. So first of all, you guys give me an idea if you think that's an okay tumble. I hear with bio pellets, you really can't tumble them enough. I have it ran into my manifold, and I've got it cranked up all the way. I did cut off my UV sterilizer. As you can see, it's an Emperor Aquatics. I think they're called something else now, but it's a nice one. It's a 18 watt bulb. So I turned that off. Bulk Reef Supply recommends you turn off UV sterilizer for about 2 months, and then when you do turn on the UV sterilizer, you can keep the flow the same, but the time it's on needs to be limited. So basically you step it up. So you would go, like when you first started, you'd put the UV sterilizer on for like an hour, wait a couple of weeks, 2 hours, slowly ramp it up. So Bulk Reef Supply also recommended me get this Zeobac made by Coraline, I can't pronounce that. Coraline Zoopt, whatever it's called. This is a 10-ounce bottle I just showed you. They make other bottles that are bigger. So that's a bacterial booster. So I added that in when I got the reactor going the first day, and it's supposed to kind of help speed up the process of when the biopellets start getting a colony built into them. With the Zeobit Bulk Reef Supply, they also said it's not a bad idea to add a few drops every couple of weeks to kind of keep the dominant strands of bacteria, I guess, out of the tank or something like that, to where basically the biopellets can really do their job well. And that's what I plan on doing. So every about 15 days, I'll probably add about 8-9 drops of the Zeobit in there, Zeobac, I should say. I keep calling it Zeobit, Zeobac. So just tell me if you guys think this tumble is okay. I guess it's okay. One of the other things too is I got to get a longer tube because I didn't buy enough tubing, and I had to turn my skimmer around. You can see it's backwards. That's supposed that lever is supposed to be up front. But I don't think it's hurt anything. But I put the you can see the intake or the output tube for the bio pellet reactor is right next to the intake port of the skimmer. So they say you want to do that. Put the output again. Put the output tube of the reactor right next to the input port of the skimmer. Again, I was on a conservative note on the pellets. It says right here, BRS bio pellets. We recommend 1 cup of BRS bio pellets per 50 gallons. Honestly, I put not even a whole cup because I just didn't want to take any chances, especially me being gone for 2 weeks. I got this 3 days before I'm leaving. I didn't want to take any chances, so I took the conservative route, and I just stepped small. And I don't think there's anything bad with doing that. And I'll probably keep it at that 3/4 cup for about a month and a half or a month, and and then I might, you know, add some more and go from there. They say you're really not supposed to touch these for 2 months, but I start off relatively conservative, so I'm hoping that you know, I can you know, crank it up or whatever later on. So another side note, I got a new coral that's doing good. I have them on the acclimation period. It's a little modern. It's called a modern coral. It's kind of like the bubble corals. It's not really, you really can't get a good look at it, but they like low, medium to low flow, and I just kind of put him there in the back just to kind of get him used to. He's out in the shadows. I had a blue Maxima clam, so apparently I'm a jackass. My blue Maxima clam I had for about 2 or 3 months, totally died in about a week time span. I put my comments on some forums, and they basically said that my Kessels are not really intense enough to handle a blue Maxima clam. There's some other ones that would probably do better in my tank, and so it died. As it was dying, I did try to move it from the sand to a higher spot right there, and it wasn't in time. But on the plus side, my corals are looking really good. You know, I have kind of slow growth corals, and my main problem has been my phosphates. I've actually not been able to get my phosphates to really rise that much. They've been pegging out at 0. My test kit, I know my test kit's good, because when I test my tap water, it registers something, so I know my test kits are okay, or I assume they are. It's a Sapphire test kit for phosphates. But my main problem was my nitrates were steadily climbing about 5 ppm a week. And so they've been hovering around 10 to 12, 13 on a, you know, ever since I've gotten a tank about a year ago. And I think this bio pellet reactor will get the nitrates down. Hopefully it'll keep the SPS looking good. The other corals will bring out color better. And I do want a little bit of nitrates. Honestly, I think I want to keep them around, like, you know, 3 or 4. I don't want to bury them down to 0. I don't want to do that. And I want my phosphates to come up just a smidgen to like 0.03. You know, just barely detectable is what I want. And I haven't been able to get that. I had a GFO reactor running for quite a while, and then I finally brought that offline, and I still am having problems getting at my phosphates. So I guess it's kind of good and kind of bad, but everything's doing good. Feather duster did come back from death. He popped his cap about a month ago, and I didn't see him for about a week, and he came back. He's growing great, looking good. I was a little bit concerned, so it's kind of like something died, something came back. Oh, my fire shrimp died. He passed away. I don't think it was anything to do with me. I'd had him for almost a year. So I found him one morning, and he was on top of that rock right there. And he looked like, if you can pretend a human trying to take a small hoodie and fit it over a large head and it gets stuck. It was like basically his shell got stuck over his head, and you know, basically I asked the forums. I went to the Reef Tank and Reef Central, and I asked them, you know, what their thoughts were on things, and they just said that basically molting can be a touch and go process sometimes for the fire shrimp. It sounds like maybe his shell was too soft, and that's why he wasn't able to get it all the way over. But when I came home, he was pretty much on his deathbed. I mean, he was on his side, you know, kind of just moving a little bit, and the lights were about 2 hours from coming on, so I imagine he probably had been struggling for quite a while to get out of that shell. And I let him there. I let him stay, trying to let him do his own thing and not interfere, and he just died. And they say that those fire shrimps only live for about 2.5 to 3 years anyways. And when I bought him, he was already kind of medium sized, so, you know, who knows? He could have been middle-aged. But anyways, that's everything I got going on right now. And I'm really sad about my fire shrimp. The clam was a shame, and that was my fault. But, you know, the good thing is hey, I got this blue Linkia, and I've had him for a year now, so You know, I guess I'm kind of doing some things right in the tank. Try not to be discouraged, you know, just trying to be responsible. And I've got a very detailed instruction list for my girlfriend to follow while I'm gone, and she's going to adhere to everything that I have written down as far as changing out filter socks, yada yada yada, feeding, everything else. So anyways, hope you guys have a good weekend. It's some updates. It's been a while since I did an update. I will put another video up later about my yellow clown goby. In quarantine, he looked like he had been having some malnutrition issues or malnourishment issues, and now he's fine. And we'll get to that later. So hope you guys have a good one. Enjoy the little fishies here and everything else, and I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.